no come on, say you know. Yeah, now money talk. Many money talk.
Hey guys, it's your girl Moni and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm not going to lie, I hate that phrase so much. Like I feel like I hear it so much. Welcome to my YouTube channel. But yeah, so you guys always see me like doing like interviews with like celebrities and stuff. And you know, I want to switch it up a little bit. I'm still going to be doing that. But I also, you know, want to let you guys in to like my personal life. Not too personal, but I want you guys to know more about me. So I want to start doing like story times and I want to start doing like vlogs. So yeah, also let me know like what kind of vlogs and what kind of stories you guys would like me to tell. So my first story that I'm going to be telling is quite personal, but you know, it's very entertaining. I have a lot of entertaining stories. Like if you listen to me on the podcast that I'm on, Loose Talk, you know that I have a lot of stories to tell. Like people are always asking me to do like video story times, which is what inspired this story that I'm about to tell. So the story I'm about to tell is when my ex caught me in another man's house. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but so I used to date this guy, right? Like we were dating, you know when you're dating somebody, but you don't know you're dating them? Because they didn't ask you to be their girlfriend. They didn't ask you to be exclusive. So obviously in your head, you're just like, okay, we're just getting to know ourselves. We're still in the beginning phases. You know, that kind of thing. So I'm trying to figure out how to word this story to not make me sound crazy. So yeah, so I was talking to this guy. And you know, we were getting to know each other. I wouldn't even say we were dating, but like we were like very cool. Like we saw each other like every day and stuff like that. We spent a lot of time together. I always used to sleep at his house. So there was this one particular day, like I think I met this other guy, and like you know, I thought like he was intriguing and stuff like that. But I already knew like I was dealing with someone else. So me and this guy, we weren't going to go like any further. But it's not bad to have male friends. Like you guys still have male friends, right? So yeah, so I think one night like me and my ex went out, and like normally I always sleep at his house when like I go out or something. Like every day, like I always go to sleep at his house like whenever I go out. So this particular day I didn't sleep at his house. I said I wanted to go home. And then he was like, okay, cool. So I was on my way home. And then the other guy, he hit me up. He was like, oh, what are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Let's go have dinner at Prime Chinese. So Prime Chinese is 24/7. So I was like, oh, nah, da, 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 da. As you guys see, they've taken my lights, but I'm going to continue my video like that. And they've stolen my generator. Yeah, it's a story for another day. I was saying, so the guy was like, oh, let's go to Prime Chinese, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, nah, da, da, da. So his house was actually on the way to my house. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go. I was like, oh, he asked me to come to his house. I was like, oh, I'm not going to come inside, but like we can stay outside and talk. And he was like, okay, cool. So we stay outside, we're talking and stuff. And then maybe like 5-10 minutes later, like I go home. So the next day, maybe at like 6-7 o'clock in the morning, my ex calls me and he's like, oh, where are you? I was like, I'm at home. And he was like, oh, I'm outside. I was like, oh, okay, come inside. So he comes to my house and you know, we're talking, we're having a conversation. Everything is cool. Then he was telling me about how like he wanted to fire like one of his employees and stuff. And I was like, oh, why? And then he was like, you know, that he's had it up to here with him, this, that, and the third, that the guy's bucket is full, that he's tired of him, da, 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 da. And I was like, oh, so you're waiting for his buckets to be full, da, da. I was like, oh. Then I think I made a comment like, oh, are you trying to wait? Okay, he said before he fires him, he'll do one more thing and he's waiting for the guy's bucket to be full. I was like, oh, okay, so if you're mad at me about something, you're not going to tell me why you're mad. You're just going to like wait for your bucket is full and then you're going to stop talking to me. And then he was like, oh, your bucket is already full. I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, do you have anything that you want to tell me? I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. He was like, do you have anything that you want to tell me? And I told this guy that I don't know what he's talking about. Never is playing games, as you can see, with my story time. But yeah, so he was like, so I told him about like, you know, going to someone's house the previous like the previous day, like talking to the guy and stuff like that. And then he was like, I know. And I was like, what do you mean you know? He was like, because I followed you there. I was like, what do you mean you followed me there? And he was like, yeah, I followed you there because we've been talking for like 2-3 months and you slept at my house every night. So it's just so weird that this night you chose not to sleep at my house. So I wanted to see where you were going. And I followed you and I saw another man. I was like, boy. Oh boy. I was like, okay, so how did I like not see your car? He was like, oh, when you left, I took a taxi to your house. He was like, I knew you were gonna see my car from, so I took a taxi to your house. No. I was like, oh, I didn't even go to the inside the guy's house. And he was like, hey, I don't know if you're lying. And I was like, but I was literally only there for 5-10 minutes and I left. And he was like, I don't believe you. This, that, and the third. I was like, wait, I didn't even know we were dating. And he was like, am I mad? How did I not know? How did I not know that we were dating? That we are seeing everybody, the same person every day for 3 months. What are you people doing? He ended in tears. Literally, yeah, he definitely broke up with my ass. I was trying to explain to him that I did not do anything with this guy. Baba no 1 year out. He was like, yeah, he's not interested. This, that. Bruh, I don't even want to. He's literally said the craziest thing. Like, I'm not even going to say the other things he said. But yeah, it ended in tears. But then, like, you know, I cried for a while, you know. I was heartbroken because I actually really liked him. And then, but then, you know what's so crazy? I didn't even know how much I liked him until this situation happened. I'm telling you, life is crazy. Things can be going rosy and you know you really like someone, but then you don't realize how much you like them until chaos enters. Why are we like that? Why must chaos have to enter before our brain resets? So yeah, I mean, maybe like a couple weeks later, like we got back together, but we're not together anymore. But we're like really great friends. You know, we're still cool. Like, we laugh about that shit all the time. Like, oh yeah, I followed you to another nigga's house. Like, that shit is so funny. But it reminds me of the time when I got a new car in college and I wanted to surprise like the guy I was with then, and like I went to his house and another babe was there. But that's a story time for another time. Thank you for joining me on my new journey of stories. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know if you ever got caught with another nigga or another bitch. Comment below, like, subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Catch you later.